US stocks fell last week. The S&P 500 declined around 1% to a two-week low. The Dow Jones dropped 2.3%, having its worst weekly performance in a year. The Nasdaq also declined by 0.8% by the end of the trading week. Above expectations US data, including non-farm payrolls on Friday, and some cautious statements from Fed officials, caused concern that interest rate cuts may be scaled back this year. Gold prices hit successive record highs throughout the week, while silver prices followed the precious metals uptrend to hit a two-year high. Crude oil recorded a 5-month peak. Natural gas prices drifted higher with the commodity trading range-bound for much of the week. Platinum rose to hit a 4-week high, while palladium prices declined. Market sentiment is focused on the Middle East as geopolitical and economic analysts await an expected attack upon Israel, in response to an earlier Israeli attack upon an Iranian embassy in Syria. The main highlight of the economic week was U.S. inflation data on Wednesday, which came in higher than expected. Investors will look forward to inflation-linked producer price index figures to be released on Thursday. Higher than expected numbers weakened the chances of a June interest rate cut. Both data releases and the next Iranian geopolitical moves may cause high volatility upon gold, crude oil, silver, natural gas, and stock prices this week. Major banks like Bank of America and Citibank will kick off the earnings season and declare their results during the week. Exxon's stock price struck an all-time high on Friday and finished the week 4.3% higher. The oil and natural gas production company has benefited from high energy prices in recent weeks, which have risen mainly due to geopolitical friction in the Middle East. Exxon has also benefited from OPEC production cuts, which are thought to influence oil prices upwards. Facebook continued to rise and confirmed that it is one of the best-performing U.S. stocks in 2024. Its price jumped 8.8% last week and hit a record high on Friday, despite the pullback among its peers in the Nasdaq index last week. News that Meta will be adding AI to its Ray-Ban smart glasses next month generated interest from traders. Crude oil's price increased by 4.3% and traded at a more than 5-month high. Potential conflict has traders on alert as the oil-rich Middle Eastern region might be impacted. Last week's OPEC joint ministers meeting kept production cuts unchanged, but member countries like Iraq agreed that they will scale back on production since they were not complying with existing cuts. The U.S. announced its strategic oil reserve will delay purchasing oil to refill supplies, since prices are currently too high. Gold tested record highs multiple times last week and increased by 3.7% to hit another all-time high on Friday. Gold traders have been laser-focused on the escalating tensions in the Middle East and the potential for conflict between Iran and Israel. Iran stated it will avenge an earlier Israeli attack on an Iranian embassy, and Israel says it expects an Iranian attack soon. U.S. inflation data came in higher than expected and did cause gold prices to pull back further from all-time highs. However, geopolitical tensions may keep the instrument volatile. Copper prices increased by 4.5% to record a 14-month high last week. The metal's price rose after Chinese manufacturing activity expanded at its fastest in over a year, amid hopes that the Chinese economy is back on track for economic growth. China is the largest consumer of copper in the world. So far this year, copper prices have grown partly due to disruptions at major mines. The GBP USD fell last week as the pair traded close to a 3-week low. However, a number of data releases, including UK manufacturing data from the UK last week, suggest that the economic outlook is improving. Some traders forecast that the Bank of England may cut interest rates in June, although UBS Bank last week stated it expects a rate cut to take place in August.